Shortly after hearing his fate, former Bosnian Croat military chief Slobodan Praljak shouted, "I am not a war criminal," and lifted a vial of liquid to his lips. He tilted his head back and swallowed. A short time later, he told the confused court and the judge who had affirmed his 20-year sentence for murdering Muslims and other war crimes, "I just drank poison." Praljak was rushed to a hospital, where he died, a tribunal spokesman told the Associated Press. Dutch Public Prosecution Service spokesman Vincent Veenman told Reuters that preliminary tests showed the cause of death was drinking a liquid that can kill. "We cannot yet say what that substance was, further testing is needed," he said, according to Reuters. It was a defiant final act for the 72-year-old accused of ethnic cleansing 2 decades ago in a failed attempt to create a Bosnian Croat mini-state, according to the Associated Press. The appeal of Praljak was one of the final matters for the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. Praljak was accused of using violence and murder to drive out Muslims. Praljak facilitated the murder of Muslims who did not belong to any armed force, and the destruction of property in Stupni due in October 1993, according to the United Nations. He was indicted in March 2004 and pleaded not guilty a month later. But on May 29, 2013, he was found guilty of all charges. No one escaped. Poland accuses 98-year-old Minnesota man of ordering a Nazi massacre. The appeal was the only thing standing between Praljak and possibly spending the rest of his life in prison. The tribunal is expected to conclude next month. For now, it is suspended as questions swirl around Praljak's actions, including what he swallowed and how he was able to sneak it into a war tribunal. On Thursday, prosecutor Marilyn Fickenshire told AP that investigators are still trying to determine how Praljak got the container into the courtroom. Toma Fila, a Serbian lawyer, told AP that security is just like at an airport when it comes to metal objects, but that security guards would not be looking for pills and small quantities of liquids. Fickenshire said the container Praljak drank from held a lethal chemical, but declined to provide further details. She said authorities are still awaiting an autopsy, including toxicology tests. Croatian Prime Minister Andrej Plenković told Reuters he regretted Praljak's death. His act, which we regrettably saw today, mostly speaks about a deep moral injustice toward 6 Croats from Bosnia and the Croatian people. We voice dissatisfaction and regret about the verdict, Plenković said. Plenković said Thursday that Praljak was obviously shaken by the possibility he would be convicted and that he wanted to make a statement that the court was wrong to convict him, according to AP. Praljak was one of the leaders of a group that sought to form a Greater Croatia during the 1992-95 war in Bosnia, according to the Financial Times. Prosecutors said he helped destroy the iconic 16th-century bridge in the Bosnian city of Mostar in November 1993, according to Newsweek. He also facilitated and concealed his armed forces' killing of Muslim civilians, including victims of the Stupni massacre.